Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do more missing women and children cases. We are here to break the codes if we see any. We are here to see where their bodies are located if we know. And we also here to see if they are alive, deceased, the bodies to it. So let's begin. We're talking about a young child named Kelly Harris, 13. Stepfather confesses to 1984 murder 22 years later. She's saying Mom James. This is how she looks. It would take 20 years before someone would confess to the tragic crime of murdering Kelly Harris. The 13-year-old went missing from Jackson, Michigan, and for decades, there were questions about what could have befallen the bright teen. Reports state that initially Kelly grew up in Maryland with her father, but she traveled to Michigan in 1984 to spend the summer with her mother, Kayla Huga, and stepfather Lenore Huga. Following the visit, Kelly was slated to move to California where she would reside with her great aunt. But unfortunately, the young teen will vanish on August the 10th. According to reports, on that day, Kelly Harris was miffed at her mother and stepfather because they wouldn't allow her to attend a local county fair. When Kayla was leaving for work that day, she noticed that Kelly left her bicycle in front of the house. Kayla told her daughter to place it in the backyard, and Kelly said to her mother, "I love you, Mom. Have a good day." When Kelly returned home around 2 o'clock p.m., she was confused when she couldn't locate Kelly. Then the worry set in. This is how she looks. She's saying she vanished in the night in her bed, She's saying, watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember going to my mom's house crying and acting like a wild woman, a panicked mother, Kayla told M Live in 2019. Unfortunately, police initially treated this case as a runaway. On the day she vanished, Kelly's bike was located at Ella Sharpie Park, about a 5-minute drive from where she lived. The Shirley Project stated that authorities learned Kelly bought herself a bus ticket to Detroit, a little over an hour away from Jackson, and a witness claimed to have seen the teen making her way onto a bus. Kelly was active in the investigation and questioned by linked by investigators, with the stepfather who got being less cooperative. He reportedly told authorities that it was his belief that Kelly Harris ran away. No, the police, that's what he's saying to them, the police will uncover that Huga had a documented history of child molestation and acts of violence prior to this case. Huga quickly became a personal interest after investigators finally began looking into the disappearance as foul play and not a runaway. 4 years after Kelly went missing, Carla had a final confrontation and her husband and asked him directly if he had anything to do with her daughter's case. I looked Lynn straight in the face and asked, "What did you do to her?" She said, "All he did was bend down and tie his shoe." Okay, that's close for something sick. He got in the car and drove off like a bat out of hell. Carol left him, but their divorce wouldn't be finalized until 1994. Carol admitted that her daughter's relationship with Huga was a difficult one and reportedly believed for decades that her husband murdered Kelly. By 1993, Murray involved too. Huga was once again in trouble with the law and was convicted of sexual battery, burglary, and other related charges. For that case, Huga was sentenced to 50 years in prison for the rape and murders of a 5-year-old girl and her mother in Florida. She's saying true. Huga was repeatedly and continuously asked about Kelly Harris for over 3 years, and it wasn't until 2006 that he reportedly gave details of what happened to the 13-year-old. According to Jackson County Prosecutor's Office investigator Mel Hartman, Huga confessed to authorities that he told Kelly that he would take her to the county fair, but that wasn't the case then. He would instead kidnap the 13-year-old and take her to a place of employment, St. John's School, where he would sexually assault her. That's code for trafficking. He then claimed to have placed her in the trunk of a vehicle, proof she was measured as well, drove by near Jackson Community College, and then stabbed her to death. Huga claimed he buried her, but when police took him to the location to find Kelly's remains, remains. Investigators was unsuccessful. This is how Lenore Who God looked like. Dang. It has been reported that blood evidence later confirmed Who God's story. Okay, there are multiple of him. He can shapeshift into anybody, but it is unclear what exactly was found and tested. Who God is currently incarcerated in Florida and is scheduled for release between 2033 and 2035. Add those up. He will be around 90 years old, and at that time, if he is still alive, he will be extradited to Michigan and formally charged with the murder of Kelly Harris. Investigators are not under the impression that Kelly's, so there is parts of her left, remains can be recovered after the length of time at environmental elements and wildlife may have destroyed or scattered her remains. I just remember shutting myself in the bedroom and I didn't care if I ever came out, said Carol. I tried drinking but thought it was not going to bring her back. It was like I was in the world all alone. My daughter was gone. Kelly has been acknowledged as the fallen victims of the homicide memorial where Carol often visits. I go there and I sit and I think and cry. So yeah, that means they still got her hanged up, okay? I just look at her picture. Her picture shouldn't even be up there. This shouldn't have happened for her picture to be up there. At the time of her disappearance, Kelly Harris stood 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed 100 pounds. She had black, dark brown hair, brown eyes, and is biracial, black and white. Kelly was last seen wearing an orange blouse with gray stripes and black shorts. So she knows what's going on. Her middle name is Jean, Jean. She had a gap between her upper front teeth. Kelly's dental record and DNA is on file, so they still got that. But the Doe Network reported that it was unknown if her DNA was secured. She wore prescription glasses, so some regarding Chastity Lewis. Occasionally, but it's so unclear she had them the day she went missing. Anyone with information about this case or Lenore Who God is urged to contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Office at 517-768-7900 or their local authorities. The agency case number is 77-9684. Please share this story about Kelly Harris to help raise awareness about this tragedy in an effort to find her remains and bring her home. She is our sister and her life matters. So if y'all like to help with this case, y'all can. I don't do it for the fame and the money. I do because it's what I love to do, okay? I'm out. Peace.